Okay folks, all 24 commercial stage oncology focused biopharmas with market caps of 10 billion or less have now reported Q2 2024 sales and results of operations. This video is dated as of August 16, 2024. This video is for entertainment purposes. This is not investment advice. We own stock in most of the companies we will discuss in this video, so we may not be objective and have every ulterior motive to see them trade higher. We also make inadvertent mistakes. Here is a simple schedule of all 24 in order of the date Q2 results were reported, noting the name in column B, date of FDA approval in column C, market cap in D, then actual Q2 sales in column E. Our schedule then shows Q2 analyst estimates in column F, then in column G the beat or miss in dollars, and in H the beat or miss as a percent of the estimate. Actually to the right, let's add Q1 actuals. Feel free to pause the video and take a screenshot, as we're going to focus on the 6 in this pool with market caps in that $1 to $5 billion range. Some consider the sweet spot for M&A potential. Here are the 6 sorted by the date Q2 earnings were reported. Okay, so we see Springworks, Iovance and Day One all reported Q2 sales that strongly exceeded analyst consensus in dollars. We'll discuss these 3 shortly. Reviewing the other 3 very quickly, Immunocore technically missed but by only a hair. Here is a graph of Immunocore Kimmtrak product sales by quarter since launch in millions. Next up was ImmunityBio, who filed their Q2 Form 10Q Monday morning the 12th. Incidentally, they did so without issuing a corresponding press release. ImmunityBio's Anktiva was approved on the same exact day as Day One's Ojemda. Now of course Q2 2024 will eventually be meaningless for both, but it is interesting to note FDA approval for both were announced on April 23, yet Day One outsold ImmunityBio roughly 8 to 1. See here, we provide snapshots from their 10Qs so you see product sales for yourself. Back to our 6. Geron's imeltastat was only approved June 6, 2024, so Q2 sales are clearly meaningless. Now folks, it's our experience commercial stage oncology focused bios in this 1 to 5 billion market cap peer group are always churning. By commercial stage we mean those with an FDA approved therapy that treats a cancer. Let's compare our list of these 6 such peers today, this time sorted by market cap, to our same list of 5 such commercial stage oncology focused biopharmas peers as of 1 year ago, as of mid-August 2023, when our records indicate there were 5. We know 3 of the 5 from last year, this time including Mirati, Immunogen and Deciphera were since acquired. Blueprint has been in and out for years, but recall last February Blueprint said they see Evoc at peak sales at 2 billion and have since traded well north of 5 billion in market cap, so are no longer on our list. Of course Blueprint may rejoin the group. 5 of the 6 today, including Iovance, ImmunityBio, Geron, Springworks and Day One, have had their first therapy approved in the last 10 months. Now folks, be careful. You look at this list in the year 2020 and 2021 and some fell way down and have never recovered. For example, this is a history of Karyopharm's market cap, not share price but market cap. Since January 2019 per YCharts.com, Karyopharm Spovio was approved in July 2019 and had very high sales expectations. Karyopharm commanded a $1.8 billion market cap in early 2020 but has since fallen 95%. This is G1 Therapeutics share price history, not market cap, but this is their share price, since January 1, 2021. Very shortly before and after Kozala was approved on February 12, 2021, G1 Therapeutics had a market cap of $1.25 billion, trading for north of $30 a share, even if only for a few days. 2 weeks ago, G1 announced they were being acquired for just over $7 a share. Mirati turned down an initial Bristol Myers offer for $140 a share before agreeing to $58 plus a CRV a year or so later. Our simple point being, all 6 of these could be worthless next week for all we know. This is not investment advice, though we are only reporting data. For the record, we own stock in all 6 companies, so we have every ulterior motive to see them trade higher. More important, we've never been able to predict what will happen to the share price of any one stock or market index in the future. Okay, back to Q2. First up is Springworks, that has a therapy called Ogsiveo approved for desmoid tumors. Yes, desmoid tumors are not fatal cancers, so some may say Springworks does not belong in this peer group yet. You decide for yourself where Springworks belongs. In any event, Springworks reported 40 million in Q2 Ogsiveo sales. This was the second meaningful beat in a row. Don't forget, Springworks just filed a BLA for its Renew therapy and expects to report the results of an Ogsiveo phase 2 trial for a very small share of ovarian cancers by the end of the year. EU approvals are on deck for both. Let's have a quick look at Springworks share price year to date. Springworks shares peaked intraday at $53 a share in late February and held at roughly $50 into early March, concurrent with the XBI peaking and that February 16 Betaville alert that suggested a Springworks acquisition might be imminent. Recall the enormous volumes in Springworks call options at the time. Springworks shares had since retreated down to about $35 by the first week of August. Looking at Springworks trading Wednesday the 7th, the day they reported, and folks, this is a screenshot per Yahoo Finance, which is not to scale, and the share price is on the right side, we see Springworks opened just north of $40 a share, up 22%, before falling right back down to 35 a share in minutes before slowly trading lower more or less the rest of the day to close up 71 cents a share for the day. This is a graph of Springworks trading for the 2 weeks ended Friday, August 16, 2024. Again, they reported on Wednesday the 7th. On Friday, August 16, 2024, Springworks closed at $36.35 a share. Back to our year-to-date graph, it appears Springworks continues to trade in this $35 to $40 a share range. This is our calculation of Springworks' fully diluted market cap using the treasury stock method and Springworks June 30 balance sheet. We show 78.5 million fully diluted shares outstanding. To the right we source the share counts for you from Springworks' recent 10Q. Our calculations always assume auto-vesting. Last point, Springworks does not provide a quarterly schedule of option pricing, so our calculation uses the weighted average exercise price of only those vested stock options as of December 31, 2023. We get 78.3 million fully diluted shares outstanding, yielding a fully diluted market cap of $2.85 billion at $36.35 a share. With 523 million cash in the bank and no debt, their enterprise value is just over $2.3 billion. Again, this video is as of August 16, 2024. Springworks could issue new shares tomorrow, at which point this calculation would be wrong. Next up is Iovance. On Thursday the 8th after the close, Iovance reported $31 million in Q2 product revenue, which was 27% ahead of analyst consensus. Perhaps more meaningful, Iovance provided eye-popping fiscal year 2025 revenue guidance at $450 to $475 million. This was 18% ahead of the 2025 consensus of 12 analysts at the time, in addition to the Q2 beat. Analyst estimates were raised practically overnight. Yahoo Finance provides complimentary 2025 analyst estimates. Looking at Iovance year to date, enthusiasts will remember Iovance reported Lifilocil FDA approval on Friday, February 16, about 15 or 20 minutes before the close of trading before that long President's Day 3-day weekend. Iovance then announced a $210 million equity financing the following Tuesday morning. Shares then surged to $17-18 a share the next 2 weeks before falling steadily over the next 2 to 3 months to trade between $7 and $9 a share in June. Back to Iovance's Q2 27% beat. Iovance had closed that Thursday, before announcing the beat, at $7.94 a share, then opened Friday up $1.45 or 18%, coincidentally consistent with the new 2025 revenue guidance versus consensus. Iovance traded up to $10.15 a share the first 90 minutes, then slipped most of the day before rising in the last half hour of trading to close at $9.92, up a hair under $2 or 25% for the day. Back to our year-to-date graph, you see Iovance has traded up since closing Friday, August 16, 2024 at $10.50 a share. We'll walk you through Iovance's cap table and enterprise value in detail in an upcoming video, but we show just over 238 fully diluted shares outstanding at $10.50 a share, yielding a fully diluted market cap at $2.5 billion. Iovance had, call it $400 million cash rounded down as of June 30, yielding an enterprise value of $2.1 billion at $10.50 a share. Last up is Day One. Recall Day One's Ojemda was approved April 23, which was a week before their PDUFA date, giving them 2 months to generate launch revenues. On July 25, Day One reported an excess deal with Ipsen for an upfront payment of $71 million plus a $40 million investment in Day One shares. Concurrent with announcing Q2 revenues on the morning of Tuesday, July 30, Day One announced closing a $175 million PIPE at $14.50 a share. Day One then announced $8.2 million in Q2 product revenues, of which 6 came from actual patient starts. Per Day One, only $2 million came from inventory stocking. This was a huge beat, albeit for the very first quarter of Ojemda's launch. There's a ton of commercial execution to come. Here is a graph of Day One trading on Tuesday, July 30 after reporting in the morning. Day One closed the day before at $15.36 a share. Day One opened July 30 at $16.27, up 91 cents or 6% higher, then traded only slightly higher to $16.43 before trading down more than $1, where it recovered, then fell again late in the day to close the day at $15.19 a share, down 17 cents for the day. Now folks, we're looking at trading for the day for a reason we will share later. By no means do we ever suggest day trading. In fact, quite the opposite. This is a graph of Day One's share price for the 3 weeks ended Friday, August 16, 2024. Again, Day One reported the morning of July 30, 2024. Investors may remember the XBI fell hard on August 1 and 2, losing 5% over the following 2 days. Dawn was not immune. By the following week, Day One was trading below $13, even if only for a couple of hours. Recall, what we assume were accredited investors purchased $175 million worth of Day One stock at $14.50 a share the week before. Day One closed Friday, August 16 at $13.92 a share. One last point about Day One, we track 96 commercial stage biopharmas, oncology focused and non. Day One was the first of all 96 to report Q2. Hats off to Day One's accounting staff. On another front, Syndax Pharmaceuticals has a September 26 PDUFA date for its revumenib therapy. Syndax had an August 28 PDUFA date for its axatilimab therapy that the FDA extended 90 days. Should either be approved, and if Syndax's $2 billion market cap more or less hold, our list of peer commercial stage oncology-focused biopharmas with market caps in the $1 to $5 billion range will go from 6 to 7. Adaptimmune had its Afamisil approved by the FDA on August 1, but Adaptimmune's market cap is well below $1 billion. Please take a minute to like this video and follow us on social media. We'll post a similar video on commercial stage non-oncology focused biopharmas in a few days. As always, this is not investment advice. We have no idea how the stock market will trade in the future. Thank you for watching.